If and when Robocentric, my American high-tech corporation, completes and markets its AI and robotics software and hardware product, America will have the lowest cost of mechanical manual labor in the world. My aim is to create and supply the lowest cost mechanical manual labor in the world, in America and elsewhere in the first world, for enabling the lowest cost labor-intensive manufacturing in the world. $0.5 or 50 cents per hour per robot worker, including electricity cost for powering the robot worker. Half a US dollar per hour per robot worker. Each robot worker works 24/7, 365 days a year, nonstop. A quick advertisement before I continue on this topic. You can invest in my startup company with as little as $100 for supporting advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion powered aerospace tech. Visit robocentric.com/investors to invest in my startup. I have a multi-decade commitment to advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion powered aerospace tech. To learn more about my cause, check out my books, which are available at robocentric.com/checkout, Amazon, Apple Books, Spotify, and other online audiobook retailers. Now back to the main content. 40 robots managed by one human robot manager, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week for 11 months a year, with a 1 month's vacation in a year. For managing a team of robots, a human robot manager gets $1 per hour per robot. So for managing 40 robot workers, a human robot manager earns $40 per hour, $6,400 per month, $70,400 per year, with a 1 month vacation per year. That will be $1.5 per hour for the highest quality mechanical manual laborer in the world. That will work 24/7, 365 days a year, nonstop. An item that takes 30 minutes to manufacture by a robot can be as little as $0.75 in labor cost, including the robot manager human labor cost. Just-in-time custom design under 1 hour, custom manufacturing with 40 robot workers and 1 robot manager human worker will be possible, with each order costing as little as $100. That will include the human and robot labor cost, $1.5, and factory income, $1 per robot work hour, excluding materials and shipping cost. A factory in America with 2,000 robot workers working 24/7, 365 days a year would have 17,520,000 robot work hours per year. Each human worker manages 40 robots. 2,000 robots managed by 219 human workers in total in a year. Each human worker working 40 hours per week, 50 weeks per year, 48 weeks per year, because it's 1 month of vacation, about 2,000 hours per year, managing 40 robots, managing about 40,000 robot work hours per year. The factory generates 17,500,000. I did some miscalculation there. It's 48 weeks per year, not because of 1 month's vacation, not 50 weeks instead of 2 weeks vacation. So yeah, but it's your own calculation, but I just go along with the own calculation because I've already done the calculation. The factory generated $17,520,000 factory income per year, $1 per robot work hour, and $17,520,000 human worker income per year. $35,040,000 combined human worker and factory income per year for a factory with 2,000 robot workers that work nonstop and 40 robot workers managed by a human robot manager. each human robot manager working 40 hours per week, 50 weeks per year. 180,000 of such factories in the USA would collectively add 6.3 trillion US dollars to the annual US GDP, collectively hire 39.4 million US human workers, and collectively use 360 million factory robot workers. 360,000 of such factories would collectively add 12.6 trillion US dollars to the annual US GDP, collectively hire 78.8 million US human workers, and collectively use 720 million factory robot workers. Robocentric's initial goal is creating 180,000 robotized factories in America with 2,000 robot workers and 219 human workers in each factory that will collectively add 6.3 trillion US dollars to the annual US GDP, collectively hire 39.4 million US human workers, and collectively use 360 million factory robot workers. America has over 108,000 cities and towns from all 50 states, D.C., Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. When Robocentric achieves its initial goal in robotizing America, every city and town in America will have one or more robotized factories with 2,000 robot workers and 219 human workers in each factory producing 17,520,000 US dollars factory income per year, $1 US per robot work hour, and 17,520,000 US dollars human worker income per year. Robotized factories in every American city and town is Robocentric's applied robotics mission. I keep pursuing that mission until it is achieved. You can invest in my startup company with as little as $100 US for supporting advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech. Visit robocentric.com/investors to invest in my startup. My books on advancing AI, robotics, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech are available at robocentric.com/checkout, Amazon, Apple Books, Spotify, Google Play Store, and other online audiobook retailers. I am Alan Young. I'm an Asian American man who focuses on advancing AI, robotics, human longevity, biotech, and nuclear fusion-powered aerospace tech. Message me or call me anytime on the social media if you'd like to discuss investing in my high-tech startup.